And we organized the second year of the Best ICT Staff Award. And then this very good that we got the award of the year of the Hong Kong ICT Award. That is the biggest award of Hong Kong ICT Award. So maybe you can share how you can get it. And then he gone through the Kickstarter program. You know, anyone don't know Kickstarter? Oh, Kickstarter. Oh, you know, okay. Okay, Kickstarter. So they successfully raised funds through Kickstarter. Is US 850,000 US dollars. That's the biggest project so far from Hong Kong. Can I say? Okay. So let Benson to share with you all. And then after that we have Roy. And then later on we have Q&A session. So you can save your questions after the end of all the speeches and presentation. Okay? So Benson, please.
Thank you very much, Peng, for the great introductions of me, and I feel very honored for that. And just maybe a little quick introduction of myself. Well, I born in Hong Kong, but I followed my parents' footprint and went to Toronto when I was 10 years old. So I studied computer science after all, and then went to Seattle to work for Microsoft for 6 years. And a year and a half ago, I was talking to my brother over there, who is somehow, I don't know why he's holding the camera, that, hey, we should actually do something. Well, that's about 2 years ago. And then it was after a long plan that we decided to move back to Hong Kong. It was with various handful of reasons that I think here is one of a very good place for us to start. So I guess I was being told I should share some of the stuff that I've been through. But I guess it's more important to ask the question back to you guys that, why are you guys here today? I guess what interests you to be here today, so that I can actually target more to maybe give you information that will be better answer of your need. I guess let's start off just a very quick survey though. Who is actually running or actually working for or about to work for startups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what else? Like, so what the rest? I guess. Okay, no matter. So I guess it's really about startups. So, and as Peng introduced it, I guess there are two parts to my stories. One is about the company that I have right now. It's called Ambition Development with a product name called Ours. Another part is really about crowdfunding though. Which part is more excited? Which part is, I don't think it's going to be excited on my company. Which part is more interested to you guys that you guys want to maybe hear more about? Kickstarter, hands up. Oh, great! It's my first. Oh. Okay. It's my first time that people are not only coming for a crowdfunding, I guess. So I guess to begin, I want to give a very quick intro of what Ours is. Ours, in a lot of people's perspective, is a smart coffee machines. But I want to begin to talk about it in a different way. It actually begins as a software platform where we want to unite every baristas, their fine craftsmanship, able to be delivered hassle-free to everyone's hand. So maybe I guess it's easier for me to start a quick video to show you guys what Ours is.
Which one?
This one.
Okay. Brewing the perfect cup of coffee requires a lot of experience, practice, and testing. Baristas can now turn their knowledge into coffee recipes and share with the rest of the world. Brewing coffee is just a tap away, and continue on with what you are doing without any interruptions. If you want a more tailor-made taste, you can fine-tune the recipe with a simple drag of the slider, hassle-free. More milk, more foam. It's that simple. Having high expectations is now convenient. Missing an ingredient can no longer stop you. Just one tap, and it's delivered right to your doorstep. Enjoying a finely crafted coffee can now be easy, without compromising quality. Aris, the perfect coffee solution, is here.
Cool. Oh, can you go back to your slide? Yeah, so basically, it's an app, it's a machines, and most important of all, it's a platform where
Hi everyone, I'm Benson.
Oh, sorry.
That scares me. That was our Kickstarter video that I actually been watching it for more than 100 times myself. I actually freak out when I hear my own voice. So back in actually a year and a half ago, Nelson and I actually thinking that hey, there's a great idea. We want to come back to Hong Kong. Everyone in Asia is just so busy. Imagine that you guys have to go to work in the rush hours, and it's actually you probably haven't even have your own breakfast yet because you just want that 15 extra minutes to sleep. And I bet every young people would actually want to sleep instead of the breakfast. So we have this great idea having a smart cafe that we created, trying to allow people to use their smartphone and be able to pre-order exactly what you want, even have fine-tuning your cup of coffee, and be able to pre-order, pay, and while you are about to arrive, we would know by locating your locations and be able to prepare your breakfast, lunch, or even afternoon tea just right before you arrive, making sure that it's fresh and you don't need to waste any time to line up or even just get into the restaurant to find the people to get your orders. All this line up, ordering, wait again, and wait again can be eliminated. That's the whole idea when I begin with to come back with Hong Kong with Nelson's. And when come back to Hong Kong, we really experience ourselves that it's actually much more busy than we thought. And with that in mind, we found that maybe it's even more important for us to do what we have to do now. So we go ahead and start looking into how to start a cafe ourselves. And to know how to start a cafe, we decided to open our first cafe in Causeway Bay. And by opening our first cafe in Causeway Bay, we decided to start enlisting some workshops so that people can come and start learning about coffees. The real reason of doing that is to actually get marketing data, knowing how people love coffee, knowing how people actually drink coffee, their habit, and everything related to coffee about Hong Kong citizens and how they perceive it. What is the good taste that they think in Hong Kong that we want? We want to know. But it actually went a little bit luckier than that we did. When we start opening it, within 1 month, we decided, let's just put up a Groupon sales and everything will just be, hopefully, get more students. But one thing that we did is that we lowered the price by a magnitude of 3 times when we comparing to other competitors when they're doing coffee class. Latte arts, like coffee tasting class, traditionally is about $500 to $600 per person for 2 hours. But we decided to do it in $198. And that moment, it went viral. Within just 3 months, we have more than 8,000 students come to our workshop. We no longer, at one moment, I didn't realize I'm doing an IT company anymore at the moment. I felt like I'm just actually another waiter in a cafe. But that actually gave us an extremely important insight that we never have been expected before. How people drink, how people would excited about coffee, how people want coffee. It's all now different than what we have thought. But the good part is that we know exactly what they want now. And it was a very lucky occasion that we have actually applied for many Hong Kong government support. One of them is actually led by the Hong Kong Financial Secretary, which is called John Tang. Probably most of you would know who he is. But a very funny side story is that when I first came back to Hong Kong, I actually don't know who he is. When his secretary gave me a call saying that our Mr. Tang wants to see you. I was like, who is Mr. Tang? Then she gave me the full name of Mr. Tang. That was like, I think I heard him before. And then I felt like I could have just missed that whole important chance in my life. But thankfully, he is actually open enough to listen to me. But in that moment, we actually get a very good opportunity, be able to actually have him ask for an opportunity in favor to help us get into the Hong Kong MTR stations. If we can able to demonstrate how we can actually serve the extremely busy population in Hong Kong, that would be nowhere is it more busier than the MTR place in Hong Kong, obviously. Then we decided if we can able to do it in there, it will be able to live everywhere. So we're so excited and we get into it. And frankly, Mr. Tang actually gave us the opportunity and directly gave a call to MTR headquarters, and MTR headquarters actually invite us to do a demonstration. And that moment, it was gorgeous. We thought like, everything is great, everything is going to be straight. We get what we want, all we need to do is do it now. And the moment we tried to close the deal, we realized that every store in MTR is about $200,000 of rent per month. So that's something different. And another thing is that in order to actually brew, we are actually trying to estimate how many customer would be able to come to us and how fast we should actually produce our coffee. And it turns out that if we cannot produce a cup of coffee within 5 seconds, we probably won't even be able to handle a very, very small chunk of our population that we went through MTR station every day. That's another technical challenge that I have no solution at that moment. So we realized that the traditional way of running a coffee shop can no longer be feasible in an MTR station or any high population demand place. We start looking into how to automate the whole coffee preparation process. And in that, we start actually automating and enhancing how today's coffee machines work. And that's the very, very, very beginning of ours. That is January 2014. That was back in. And in that moment, we start modifying our own machine, modifying commercial version of the machine, modifying any kinds of coffee machines that is fully automatic, so that it becomes a robotic for baristas. And that was the beginning of ours that we have done. We torn apart more than 30 machines at that moment. It's a